Am I live, man? We live. Please tell me what happened, man. Please tell me what happened, man. I mean, we going live. We live. We having a good time. We singing our favorite song. Everything going along, and all of a sudden, YouTube, man. Oh man, I don't know what happened, man. I honestly don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. Uh, yeah, man. I tell you, man. I tell you, man. YouTube. I don't know, YouTube. You explain it to me, YouTube. I'm in my analytics. I'm looking. Is there a way to wave? Maybe because I was doing the wave. When you do a wave or something like that, is that what it is? When you do a wave, is that what it is? Because I'm not understanding what just happened. You know, I'm right here. I'm doing my live stream. Everything is beautiful. Everything is gorgeous. We having a good time. I don't understand. I can't sing my EBT song. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, man. I do know this. We smashing and we keep smashing. We smashing like a smash burger. We smashing like a smash burger. I said we smashing like a smash burger. That's what we gonna do. We smashing like a smash burger. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. I mean, that's going to be members only. The members, I tell you, it's members have privileges, man. Members have privileges, man. Members have privileges, man. That's what I'm going to say to that. Members have privileges, man. Hey, man, come on, man. Come on. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Welcome to I wish I could have blocked the motherfucker who was in the chat fucking with me. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching on this mega magnificent Friday. It's a mega magnificent Friday for all the viewers and subscribers. This week we had a great week. We got a lot of new subscribers, but not just a lot of new subscribers. We got a lot of new members, man. Shout out to the new members. Shout out to the people who came in. La Vista became a member, gifted out 5 memberships. So thank you to the people who joined the channel, subscribed to the channel, became members of the channel. Membership has its privileges. I just uploaded a member-only video. So, man, to just come in, subscribe, become a member, double tap. As you come in, double tap, hit the like button. This is a mega Friday for the mega magnificent mega men. And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a conversation about the filibuster. We're going to have a conversation about the shutdown. I heard this morning certain individuals may have gotten EBT. So I need to ask the audience, did you receive EBT? Have you received food stamps? I am hearing reports that some food stamps have gone out partially. There was a new judgment this morning, so we reported already about the judgment over the past week. It's Friday. That was 5 days ago. Today is November 7th. On November 1st, no food stamps went out. November 5th was like a deadline, like a cutoff line. And over the weekend, what we heard about 2 federal judges in Maine and Rhode Island, I believe. It was 2 federal judges. I'm hearing that one of the judges may have been a Trump-appointed judge, but we heard about 2 federal judges who said, who ruled that Trump had to, first in the chat, Ken Autumn, a government shutdown falls on the president. Like I saw you last time. So, brother, you can disagree with me, but if you are the one flagging and messing and fucking with the channel, you're going to have to get out of here. So I don't mind disagreement, even though you're wrong, but don't mess with my channel, brother. I'm American. If you're American, be American. Don't be a child. So I'm going to allow you to be here for 5 seconds. You know what? Something is just telling me that you might be a troll who wants to ruin people's lives like the Democrats and Chuck Schumer. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. But I got moderators I got moderators to handle people like you. Let me stay on my topic. And Alex just came in. It's been explained many times how Chuck is in the way of reopening the government. Thank you, Alex. See, God is good. We believe in God here. I know a lot of people don't believe in God, but God is good. Thank you, Alex, for coming in with the common sense and the logic. The Democrats are holding the country hostage. Alex, it's actually even more evil and more sinister than that, Alex. Because you know what makes it more evil and more sinister, Alex, is the fact that the big beautiful bill went into effect November 1st. So it's beyond the shutdown, it's beyond EBT and SNAP. It's that the fact that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats in the Senate who are holding the country hostage knew that the big beautiful bill would go into effect November 1st. In November 1st, certain things are law. The big beautiful bill is a law. What I've been talking about today, we're going to talk about the filibuster in democracy. Jasmine Crockett, who got on the jet plane, left Texas, who stopped democracy. I've been trying to explain to you how the Democrats are actually anti-democratic. Going back to Kamala Harris, no one voting for Kamala Harris, no one picking Kamala Harris, and the Democrats not going to the convention. That was undemocratic. But unfortunately, people don't pay attention. They rather get in my chat and troll and flag my channel down than actually reading. But thank you, Alex Blood. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, God, because everybody's not an idiot. I'm going to highlight Alex. I'm going to highlight Alex right here. I'm going to pin your message, because everybody in America is not being fooled by the Democrats. Shout out to you, Alex. Thank you for watching. Make sure everybody like, share, and subscribe. Double tap the screen as you come in. We're going to have a great conversation today. Joe, I saw your comment. Joe said, what God are you following? The one that the white man created for you, for the original version. See, I don't even think you're black, brother. I think you may be a troll because you're not actually on topic, so I'm going to skip you. I gave you attention. I read your comment because I thought you might have something serious to say, but you're actually an idiot. Stay on topic and don't say idiotic things. This is a conservative, Republican, MAGA-leaning channel. We don't look at the issues through a colored lens. If you look at me and you see a black skin, you're in the wrong place. This is not the channel that you come and you get put on your racial lenses. If all you see is a black person speaking, you're in the wrong place. This is not what this is. This is America first, make America great again. We are talking about geopolitics and politics every morning. We're talking about procedures. We're talking about the articles of the Constitution, whose roles and responsibility was it to bring the budget, the dates and the actual minutia of the argument, right? The fact that the big beautiful bill was signed on July 4th. The fact that the big beautiful bill and the changes to WIC, FDI, everything went into effect November 1st, and Chuck Schumer knew that. And idiots like you, Joe Wiley, you don't know shit. You didn't know about the big beautiful bill being signed on July 4th. You didn't know that you were going to get killed. So you probably on welfare. You didn't know that your welfare was going to get cut off on November 1st anyway. Do you understand how evil the Senate Democrats are? Because what the Senate Democrats have not told welfare recipients is that you are getting cut off anyway. Can we have a real talk this morning? Do you guys understand, for all the idiots in the chat, that we live in a post-quarantine, post-moratorium America? All American cities are in debt. Do you understand? American cities are in debt because nobody paid rent for 2 years. Nobody paid power for 2 years. Nobody paid water. The water treatment plants are suffering. $16 billion debt in New York, $1 billion debt in Chicago. Every major American city is operating in debt post-quarantine, post-moratorium, because nobody went to work. The tax base basically shrunk. Do you know how we pay for entitlements? People go to work and pay taxes. Well, after quarantine in a moratorium, and we told people to stay home, you and I already understand that the working class shrank because certain people wouldn't take the vaccine. Certain people would not go through COVID policies. So the working tax base shrunk. We have less money to pay out entitlements, right? So with Doge and the administration that I voted for, the Republicans recognize that there are less Americans working. We are collecting less in tax base. We have less to spend on entitlements. So the big beautiful bill addressed these things in a law and went through the proper processes of becoming a bill, going through the House and the Senate, and being voted into a law. Double tap and hit the like button. It looks like we have another idiot. The Wholesome Grill. Sounds like you are into the nuance and minutia. Have you researched the CBP1 app? What the fuck is that? and lawfully present. What the fuck is that? See, this is the shit that get your dumb ass out of here. What that ain't got shit to do with what we talking about right now. Americans don't know what a clean CR is. And this idiot is talking about a damn app. Americans don't know what a clean resolution is. Americans don't know that Chuck Schumer has you hostage right now. And what do Democrat liberals in my chat want to talk about? Stupid shit. That's why you don't have food stamps, and that's why I believe you don't deserve food stamps. I voted for Trump. I am happy with what's happening. I can't believe it's happening so well and so fast. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Take it all away. That's my vote. Only problem I have with what's going on is that our soldiers are not being paid. Why are our soldiers not being paid? Why are federal essential workers not being paid? But Chuck Schumer still gets paid. See, this is what you guys need to understand about the filibuster and Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats. After the election on Tuesday, despite the congressional math, somebody put congressional math in the chat, despite the congressional math where the Republicans still hold the majority in the House and the Senate, and they have a Republican president, despite the congressional math, Democrats seem to believe that they had a victory on Tuesday. This is scary for the 42 million people who receive food stamps and on entitlements, and this is where the trolls let you down. This is where the trolling it meets the rubber meets the ground. You understand what I'm saying? It's all fun and games until the food is gone. Do you understand? That is the problem here, is that the Senate Democrats knew all along that you were going to lose, and they are helping you lose even more. And they will not tell you the truth, that they are stopping you from receiving your food stamps. They voted no 14 times on the clean CR. Anybody, this is my litmus test to anyone who's disagreeing with me. Before you come in my chat and disagree with me, you're going to have to tell me and articulately define for my entire chat that you understand what a clean CR is. If you don't know what a stopgap bill, if you don't know what a clean resolution is, then you do not deserve to be in this debate. You can find another channel. There are a lot of ignorant people discussing this who don't know what they're talking about. There are a lot of ignorant, low intellect Americans having a conversation about a shutdown that don't know shit about the three branches of government. They don't even know who creates a budget. They don't even know what an appropriation bill is. If you don't know the budget was due on October 1st, if you don't know what an appropriation bill, if you do not know what lies in the big beautiful bill, if you did not know that 20-hour work requirements were coming per the law on November 1st, if you did not know that women, children, and infants were going to receive cuts, I told you, did you know that there were cuts to Section 8? And no matter whether it was a shutdown or not, people were going to get evicted in December. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that the big beautiful bill made cuts to all entitlements and shrank the entitlement pool because we have less Americans working post-quarantine and we have a smaller tax base? Did you know that Section 8 already sent out notices? Did you know that certain landlords who are in the Section 8 program via the big beautiful bill are now able to quit the program and evict? This is already a fact. This has nothing to do with the shutdown. I am educating you that Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats compounded an issue. If you see it as an issue, this was always going to happen. This was always going to happen. You were always going to get kicked off of Section 8 per the big beautiful bill. You were always going to get kicked off of Cash A per the big beautiful bill, November 1st. See, the thing is, no one wants to be honest. They rather make a joke, but there is no joke in December when you are homeless, hungry, and it's Christmas time. I want to see the trolls. See, we only have 7 weeks left in 2025. I don't know what's so funny. Is it still funny? Is it still funny when people are hungry and women and children are going without, when soldiers are going without, when federal employees have to go to work and not get paid? Why and when do you find the mind to troll in this most serious of times in American history? I don't think it's funny. I don't think this is the appropriate time to troll. I think it's the time to pick up a book. I think it's the time to start reading and learning how procedures actually work, what the branches of government are supposed to do, but the jokes were last year. Do you understand? 2024 is over. The administration lost. You're not in that world anymore. I understand it's very difficult for you because a lot of you love living in that world. The Sleepy Joe Brandon world where anything goes, right? Where you can dance and booty shaking from the police officers, where you don't listen to authority, where you don't have to work. Do you guys realize how spoiled these Americans who troll me have become? They didn't have to work for years under the last administration. Do you guys realize that? They didn't have to work. They got money for free, thousands of dollars in food stamps, thousands of dollars in cash aid. They didn't have to pay rent. They didn't have to pay PG&E. They didn't have to pay water. Remember, it was in a moratorium and Joe Biden kept giving extensions. Joe Biden kept giving extensions. Joe Biden kept giving extensions to where now we have a population of people who have become dependent on these entitlements. But even more complicated is the fact that they received free rent. They received in a moratorium on doing shit for 2 years. And now we are dealing with people who believe that that is supposed to be their status quo. Do you understand that people making complaints believe that they are supposed to live quarantine style, quarantine levels, and America can afford it? Do you understand America cannot afford for you to sit at home as if it was still quarantine? America cannot afford for you to order DoorDash and never have a job. America cannot afford for you to sit at home and not pay your PG&E, not pay your water, not put anything back into the country. Do you understand what is really happening? We have 42 million people beyond food stamps that are not contributing to American society, and they haven't for the past 10 years under the Democrats, under Biden and Obama. You have not been asked. What did Angry Man say the other day? Angry Man said a great quote. Ask not what you can do for your country, ask not what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You remember when JFK said that? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I don't hear that anymore. All I hear is people who have never contributed, people who have never worked. Your mama never worked. Your mama was on welfare. Your mama was on Section 8, and now you are on welfare. You've been on welfare your whole life in Section 8. She never had a job. You never had a job, and now you're crying. Now you're crying and you want to tell America and the world that you are entitled to food stamps when you've never. This is the problem with the intellect in my chat. You've never contributed. You don't understand how the Congress works, how the Senate works, how banking works, how deficits work. You've never contributed. Do you understand? We have generations who have never contributed, never paid in, but only want to take out. And they have the nerve to sit on social media and say, we're the richest country in the world. We should be able to afford food stamps and health care. Yeah, we can afford food stamps and healthcare if you participate. If no one participates, we're not the richest country anymore and we can't afford shit. Do you get it? You damn lazy Democrats. Yeah, it's a great country. Yes, when everyone is participating in the American dream. But if everybody just wants to take from the American dream, it ceases to be a country. And that's what we're dealing with now. Listen to this. 86 able-bodied work age recipients have some form of job. The rest are elderly children. You really need to lay off the Fox Entertainment. You are out of here, buddy. You are out of here, buddy. Just go over to MSNBC and continue the lies there. I want to educate Americans on what actually happened and the procedure. Do you understand the procedure? What actually happened was there was no budget on October 1st. Do you understand? See, the trolls, this is what I'm saying. It's not funny. Bringing in irreverent topics. It's 2024. It's passe. People are hungry. Soldiers are not being paid. It's irreverent. Do you get it? It's beyond the bullshit. We are beyond the bullshit. Can you just wake up? No, they're not. This is why politicians believe you need pain. Because you're so asinine. Politicians believe they need to put you through extremities and pain because you're so asinine. And when the facts are facing you, you still come up with irreverent points that have nothing to do with the topic at hand. Hunger, hunger, hunger. And the fact that your Senate Democrats are still paid and you have billionaire elites like Nancy Pelosi, 85 years old, 40 years in politics, and $400 million. Can we talk about some real shit today? 40 years in politics, $400 million. We looked it up yesterday. Does anybody know how much Nancy Pelosi was worth when she joined the House? I do. Because MAGA knows the climate. MAGA knows how to read. MAGA knows how to do math, not the trolls. Does anybody know how much money Nancy Pelosi was worth when she joined the House? Because she announced that she's retiring. Nancy Pelosi said yesterday she's going to retire at 85 years old and $400 million damn dollars. Well, Nancy Pelosi was worth maybe $1 million. Nancy Pelosi was worth and her husband together combined when she joined the House in 1987. Do you understand how I know these facts? You see, I know these facts, right? I'm not just making a joke and trolling you. I am presenting to you facts. Nancy Pelosi joined the House in 1987. Can you quote to me facts or just irreverent bullshit? 1987, she's been in office 40 years. She was worth maybe $1 million. She's leaving the House a Democrat royalty. She's leaving the House in politics, Democrat royalty, worth over $400 million. Worth over $400 million. That's who your king is. No king protest. No king protest. What about Nancy Pelosi? When you say, I don't want a king, 40 years in office, $400 million, and she did not fight the big, beautiful bill. Guess who's going to get a tax break? Shout out to Gold P. Guess who's going to get a tax break from the big, beautiful bill? Nancy Pelosi. Guess who's going to win from the big, beautiful bill? Gavin Newsom, multi-millionaire, will get a huge tax break from the big, beautiful bill. Do you guys even understand what's going on? Oh, Gold P, they be attacking me, Gold P. You don't understand. We are in the jungle, Gold P. It is a fight. It is a fight to stay alive. I tell you, my chat is crazy. This is the number one place for political discourse on YouTube. No one else is having this discussion at this level of intellect and facts. Back at it like a crack addict, automatic like a phomatic, built for tragedy, made for static. It's your boy, Perfect Timing Podcast, back with the blast, in and out with a dash. 2025 won't last. We're going to get this done real fast. Today, nuclear filibuster. Trump calling for the filibuster. Do you guys, shout out to Nameless Protagonist, he talked about the filibuster today. Do you know what the filibuster is? See, this is the thing about America right now with 10 million people coming across the border. MAGA said 25 million. We have illiteracy rates skyrocketing. That's why Trump got rid of the Department of Education. But there is an intellect problem. There is an intellect gap when having this discussion. How many people know what the filibuster is? See, the trolls want to talk about everything but the actual details of the debate. I need to know whether or not you know what a clean CR is. I need to know whether or not you know what a filibuster is. I need to know whether or not you know what an appropriation bill is before you continue to join the conversation, because it's obvious to me you have no idea what you're talking about. Today we are talking about the filibuster and the rules of the Senate. We have been talking about congressional math. What are the numbers in the House? Come on, anybody who's been watching my channel, what are the numbers in the House? Even after that $1 billion debacle on Tuesday, what are the numbers in the House? 2019, 2013, 219 Republicans, 213 Democrats. Even after Tuesday's special election, the Republicans held the House. Do you guys understand congressional math? We got to lay a foundation before we go to the Senate and the Senate filibuster. Today, we're talking about the Senate filibuster. Yeah, and ending the shutdown now. Don't you want to end the shutdown? We talking about the Senate filibuster and ending the shutdown now. Trump pushes Senate Republicans to scrap filibuster during 38-day shutdown. 38 days, longest shutdown in American history with the clean CR. Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody watching right now. If everybody watching right now, double tap and hit the like button, we will have our goal. President Donald Trump urged Senate Republicans on Friday to eliminate the filibuster, to break a 38-day government shutdown. 38 days, longest in history. This shutdown began October 1st. Why did the shutdown begin October 1st? Because the budget was due October 1st in the form of an appropriation bill. After Congress failed to pass a funding bill, including extensions for the Affordable Care Act subsidies, Democrats, listen to this, Democrats have blocked 14 attempts. I'm not making this up. This is the headlines. Democrats have blocked 14 attempts to pass a clean funding measure. I argue the problem with this debate is Americans don't know what a clean funding measure is, because then you would be pissed at the Democrats. I don't think you know what a clean funding measure is. Okay, causing flight reductions in major U.S. airports, delayed economic data release and unpaid wages for over 2 million federal workers. That is unacceptable. Delay economic data releases and unpaid wages for 2 million federal workers. Some of them have to work even though they are unpaid, like the air traffic controller. Senate Majority Leader John Thune opposed the move, citing insufficient votes and a preference for bipartisan negotiations amid warnings of significant GOP losses. This is what Trump said on Truth Social. If Republicans kill the filibuster, they sail to victory for many years to come. If they don't, disaster is waiting to happen. How many people agree with Trump? How many people agree with Trump that if the Republicans do not kill the filibuster, they will have to face disaster in 2026 and 2028? How many people agree with Trump? I am leaning toward Trump. I'm going to tell you that right now. Did you know that your populist Democrat, Chink of the Young Turks, also believes, going back to 2022, that we should get rid of the filibuster? Did you know that? Let me give you a little update on the filibuster. Let's go into the filibuster a little bit so people understand what the, I had something on the filibuster here. Here we go. What is the filibuster? Just to give you a background, the filibuster isn't in the Constitution. How many knew that? How many people knew the filibuster is not in the Constitution? It wasn't part of the framers. They did not design the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and the branches of government to operate with a filibuster. Number one, make a note of that. The filibuster is not in the Constitution. It's a Senate rule allowing unlimited debate. Unlimited debate. Does that sound like democracy? Nothing will get done with unlimited debate. Double tap and hit the like button. Get those likes up. It's a Senate rule allowing unlimited debate on most bills, effectively requiring 60 votes. You hear a lot about this 60 majority, but I don't know how many Americans understand the details of the filibuster, so we're laying a foundation. Number one, the filibuster is not constitutional, and it allows for unlimited debate. Unlimited debate. Why would Americans? That's not democracy, because democracy is voting. You want to be able to vote. Unlimited debate does what? It prohibits the vote. Like when Jasmine Crockett got on the plane and left Texas, her goal was to stop the vote, right? Keep listening. Without a 60 majority, of 41 senators can block legislation indefinitely. It started accidentally in the early 1800s when the Senate removed a rule ending debate, creating a loophole. Classic talking filibusters, e.g. Stromhol's 24-hour speech against the 1957 Civil Rights Act. So it is steeped in racism. It was typically used to stop the country from becoming more racially integrated. That's what the filibuster was used for. He filibustered 24 hours straight so that they would not pass the 1957 Civil Rights Act. It's a way to stop democracy. Do you understand what the filibuster is? The filibuster stops a vote. That's where you're at right now. The Democrats are stopping a vote. The Democrats voted no 14 times. Check this out. As of November 2025, it remains intact for legislation, though carved out for nominations since 2013 and 2017 nuclear options. That means like people being nominated to the Supreme Court. If we still had the filibuster for nominees to the Supreme Court would be empty. But if you remember during the Obama administration, what happened with Obama Supreme Court nominee? They blocked Obama's Supreme Court nominee. So this effectively stops democracy. Do you guys remember that? And then Trump was able to front load the court with MAGA Republican Supreme Court justices who are voting with him all the time. Pay attention, you guys, because it's very important. Is the filibuster democratic or anti-democratic? Listen to this. It's fundamentally anti-democratic. Do you guys understand what I am teaching you here this morning? Do you understand what I'm teaching you here this morning? Trump wants to get rid of the filibuster. Your favorite Democrats on the Young Turks want to get rid of the filibuster. You don't even know what it is. You don't know what a filibuster is, what it does. You don't know what a clean resolution is. You don't even know who's supposed to create the budget. But you think you have a right to be upset. This is a father speaking to you. This is a father speaking to the child intellect of you Americans. You don't have a right to your anger. Do you understand what the father is telling you? You don't have a right. I don't respect your anger. I don't respect your trolling. You don't know enough about the issue to be angry for me to actually respect your opinion. That is what a father would say to a child who is so emotional about something that they feel so sure about. You have no rights to your anger. Let me keep going. Fundamentally, the filibuster is anti-democratic in a majoritarian sense, but defenders argue it promotes democratic values like deliberation and minority protection, but it was used against minorities. Here is a balanced breakdown with evidence from both sides. Bloc's majority will. Listen to how it's working today. The Senate already overrepresents small, rural, often conservative states. Wyoming senator population 580,000 has equal power to a California senator with 39 million. Do you hear that? A Wyoming, we've already fixed this filibuster. You don't need a filibuster in the Senate. Do you understand the logic behind why you don't need a filibuster in the Senate? It's not like the Electoral College. In the Senate, a Wyoming senator with only 500,000 population has the same worth as a California senator with 39 million. So you don't need a filibuster because every American is already equally represented by the Constitution and the framers. The filibuster amplifies this. Senators representing as little as 20% of America can block laws supported by 80%. That was how it was used by Strom Thurmond and racists during the civil rights. Do you hear what I said? The filibuster allows 20% of the people to block legislation for 80% today. 80% of the people want food stamps today. 80% of the people want the government back open. There is a small contingency in the Senate that happen to be Democrat who are blocking it. Do you understand what's happening right now? And it's always an idiot. Is the filibuster federal law? Brother, stay on topic, please. It don't matter if it's stay on topic. Do you understand what we're talking about? Is this filibuster? Binky, is you here? All right. Obstruction history. Listen to this. The filibuster is steeped in racist and obstruction history. Go Pete. If you are in disagreement with the host, summarize your disagreement. Put it in the super chat. Thank you, Go Pete. Go Pete, you're doing an excellent job today, man. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for your help, man. The filibuster, rich, racist, obstruction history. Let me explain to you the history of the filibuster. Frequently used to delay civil rights, anti-lynching, desegregation, and voting rights. That is the history of the filibuster in the Senate. Racist senators used it to stop a vote on civil rights, stop votes on anti-lynching bills, desegregation, and voting rights by Southern, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this, Southern Democrats. Who knew that Southern Democrats were the racist party? Everybody tells you that Republicans are the racist party. How many people knew? How many people knew that the Democrats were the Dixiecrats, and the Democrats are the ones who were voting? Remember Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a great example of a Dixiecrat Democrat who fought against integration. How many people knew Joe Biden never liked black people? Joe Biden did not want school integration. That's how he became famous. Joe Biden is a Dixiecrat, Southern Democrat, but he's from the North. You didn't even know it was Democrats like that in the North. How many people knew it was Democrats like this? I'm talking about Democrats. Did you know that? Did you know that? Okay. Blocking John Lewis Voting Rights Act. That's how they used it. Southern Democrats, modern examples, blocking John Lewis Voting Rights Act, advancement on debt ceiling raisement. Critics like Elizabeth Warren and Barack Obama call it a Jim Crow relic. They refer to the filibuster as a Jim Crow relic that compounds the Senate undemocratic malappropriament. I don't even know that word. Oh man, y'all help me out. I'm gonna have to look up the definition of that. Barack Obama always coming with some shit, man. Barack Obama, man, that's that Harvard education, man. I don't even know what that. I'm getting on y'all about the definition of words, and malappropriate. That's what it is. Bad. I got it now. Malappropriate. So appropriate meant. And then mal is bad, so bad. So here's the definition of mal. It is the situation where a legislative body districts are not equal in population, leading to an unequal representation for different groups of people. It occurs when the allocation of seats does not reflect the population and proportionality, like Jasmine Crockett in the 5 seats and the 5 seats in California, meaning some districts have much larger or smaller population than others, violating the principle of one person, one vote. Come on, party people. We having a hell of a discussion today. Now, what did the Young Turks say about the filibuster? What did the Young Turks, because I saw the Young Turks, President Trump has repeatedly and forcibly called to Republicans to abolish the Senate filibuster in recent days, primarily to end the ongoing government shutdown, the longest in American history, now in 38 days as of November 7th, without needing Democratic votes. He's argued it would allow the GOP majority, 53 seats, to pass funding bills with the simple majority, 51 votes. Do you guys understand we have a majority in the Senate? The filibuster says you have to have 60 votes and that 41, a minority, can block it. That's not democracy. The filibuster says a 41 vote minority can block something that all of the country wants. I don't think anybody knew that. Government immediately and advanced its border agenda like election reforms, voter ID, banning mail-in ballots, more tax cuts, border security measures, and other priorities before potential Democrat gains in Democrats not gaining shit in 2026. Let's go to the Young Turks real quick. I want to talk about the government shutdown began on October 1st, is ongoing, has reached day 38. Has anybody got food stamps? Let's talk about the entitlements like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Mandatory spending not relying on annual appropriations are largely unaffected. SNAP, food stamps, discretionary, heavily impacted. Current status: a federal judge, John McConnell Jr., ordered Trump administration to pay, fully restore, and fund November SNAP benefits for 42 million people by the end of day, ruling partial payments failed to consider harm to vulnerable people. Did anybody hear about this judgment? What came out today? Did you guys hear about the judgment today? Let me read that one more time. Over the weekend, a judge ruled that Trump had to tap a emergency contingency fund of $4.6 billion to pay out SNAP benefits that actually totaled $9 billion, leaving a $5 billion shortfall, so people would only get 50% of their benefits. Today, a judge ruled that Trump has to use money from agriculture and other areas to pay the full $9 billion in November food stamps. That was a federal judge ruled that today. How many people have gotten food stamps, and how many people heard about this new judgment? I heard people who live in California got food stamps. What other state got food stamps? Did you get your food stamps? Did you get a full allotment, or did you only get 50%? I'm going to read it to you again. A federal judge, John McConnell Jr., ordered the Trump administration today to fully restore and fund, as of November 7th, the November SNAP benefits for 42 million, not partial, not 60%. By the end of day ruling, partial payments failed to consider harms to vulnerable people. Previously, USDA planned only 50 to 65% benefits using a $5 billion contingency fund, depleting them entirely with delays and some getting zero. New enrollments, December, uncertain if shutdown persists. Food banks report surging demand. WIC, Women, Infants, and Children. I've been telling you about WIC. Operation normally via reallocations. $450 million found, serving 6.7 million. Trump paid the WIC with tariffs. Trump paid the WIC with tariffs. Key impacts: 750,000 federal employees are furloughed, 730,000 essential workers, e.g. air traffic controllers, TSA, are working without pay, over a month without pay. Air traffic controllers, TSA agents have been working over a month without pay. Starting today, November 7th, the FAA, shout out to the nameless protagonist. Hey, Go P, this is what the nameless was saying today in the chat. The FAA has reduced airspace capacity by 10% at 40 major airports. Do you guys hear that? This is not just about food stamps. This is major shutdowns of the government, major slowing down. Nameless said this is going to affect logistics, shipping and logistics. He said UPS. Now, some people buy Christmas presents now. Do you know the shipping for Christmas is already a nightmare? If you don't order by a certain day, you won't get your packages by Christmas. If they shut down airspace, how does that affect the shipping in America? Can you get packages? It's already November. It's already the middle of November. I'm going to read this again so you understand the ramifications, the downstream effects of this shutdown. It's not just going to affect the people on food stamps. If you order your Temu, if you ordered your Fupa, your Fuha, whatever the fat bitches wear on their stomach off of TikTok, and you wanted it to get here before your Christmas party, you might not get it, fat bitch. Check this out. 750,000 federal workers are furloughed. 730,000 essential workers, including air traffic controllers and TSA, are working without pay. Starting on November 7th, the FAA has reduced airspace capacity by 10%. Listen to this: 40 major airports due to staffing shortages. Do you understand that? Causing hundreds of flight cancellations and delays. People fly home for the holidays. People fly home for the holidays. A lot of soldiers come home. Remember that. Gold P. I'm an old guy. Any OGs in the audience? Any OGs in the audience? Do y'all remember that Folgers? It was one of my favorite commercials, man. When the young soldier came home. He came home from overseas, and it was always this white dude in a beautiful suburban white house, the type of house that had the kitchen at the back with the back door. You can come in the house through the back in the kitchen. No, like, we don't have houses like that in the ghetto. You got to live in the suburb, middle America, to have that Folgers house. So it was a story of a soldier coming home, and he would open up, thank God to be an OG, he would open up the door and he would come in, and to let everybody know he was home from war, he would open up a can of coffee. And he would make Folgers, and everybody was here, smell the coffee and come, Chad is home, Brad is home, yay, Chad is home. And they would have a big hug and God bless America and Folgers coffee. What was I forget what they were, something about Folgers. It was a little thing they would sing. I forget what they would sing. How do you have that moment if the flights are delayed? So that soldier can't fly home. How do people fly home? How do people come home from college? If the airports are shut down due to shutdown, what about Thanksgiving and you coming home for Thanksgiving, coming home for the holidays? Well, can't get a flight, mom. Can't get a flight, Mom. Did you know they closed airspace, 40 airports? So flights are backed up and delayed. I'm not going to be able to get home for the holidays. I'm not going to be able to get home for the holidays. President Trump reiterates call to Republicans to invoke the nuclear option and eliminate the filibuster to pass funding with the simple majority of 51 votes. However, Thune and most GOP senators remain opposed, viewing it as a long-term risk if Democrats regain power. Outlook: the Senate is in session today with no clear vote schedule, so no vote today. No vote today. That's a damn shame. No vote today. Today's Friday. Do you understand why that's such a shame and why the Senate Democrats don't care? Today is Friday. That means no vote today, no vote tomorrow, no vote Sunday. So for the next 3 days, so let's say we're in day what of shutdown? We could just add it up right now. What day are we in? I think I just said, is it 38, 37? What days is it? 38 days of shutdown. We're in day 38. So add 3 more days. Holy shit, we're going to go to 41 days. Monday will be 41 days shut down. I'm not happy about this. I am not happy about this. Do you know November 15th is the cutoff? And if we don't get the government open by November 15th, the soldiers don't get paid. Shout out to Scott Woodruff for the $1.99 Cash App. The best part of waking up is fall. That was it. That was it. Shout out to Scott. That was it. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That was it. Shout out to you, brother. The best part of waking up is Folgers. That was it. So isn't it funny? Shout out to all of us, man. We had the greatest generation. We had the greatest generation. Today, when Nameless Protagonist was teaching, I quoted that, teacher, tell me how you do it. It looks really easy, like there was nothing to it. But they don't understand that the ruler will be the creator of the style, Ricky. Teacher, tell me how you do it. It looks really easy, like there was nothing to it. But they don't understand that the ruler will be the creator of the style. We had the best hip hop. We had every. I don't care if you leave. I don't care if you leave. I'm gonna do it one more time. Teacher, tell me how you do it. It looks really easy, like there was nothing to it. But they don't understand that the ruler will be the creator of the style, Ricky. Man, come on, man. Shout out to the Nameless Protagonist, man. Shout out to the Nameless Protagonist. Shout out to Gold P. Shout out to the Roger Report, man. Man, we had the best 90s era golden hip hop, man. Teacher, tell me how you do it. Man, we was about teaching. We was about education. We was about consciousness. You must learn. You must learn. Man, I'm about to shut it down, man. I'm about to shut it down, man. It's Friday, man. My wife about to come pick me up, man. Y'all don't want to hear no good hip hop, man. I'm about to shut it down, man. Y'all, Gold P, I was singing my EBT song and they shut me down. I was doing, sing for me, put a message in the bottle. I flipped that and I was singing EBT, and I'm like, I thought that was a great flip. I'm saying EBT, before you take my stamps away. EBT. I said, I like Coke in the bottle. I drink Coke out the bottle, baby. Because when you have EBT, you can be picky. You don't have to drink Coca-Cola out of a can. So when you have EBT, you can go get Coca-Cola out of a bottle. So I'm singing my song, EBT, before you take my stamps away. And then the live stream, I don't even know what happened. I'm just singing EBT. Trump, don't take my stamps away. And I'm like, I like Coke in the bottle. Give me Coke in the bottle, baby. Five Guys doesn't taste the same as French fries. I need a double cheese and an apple pie before you take my stamps away. EBT, before you take my stamps away. EBT, I drink Coke out of bottle. I drink Coke out of bottle, baby. I don't like Coca-Cola out of a can because I have EBT. Trump, don't take the stamps away. I gotta whisper it because I don't want nobody to do that. I gotta whisper it. Can we whisper it? Trump, don't take the stamps away. E-B-T. I like Coke in the bottle. Buy me Coke in the bottle, baby. I said Five Guys doesn't taste the same as French fries. I need a double cheese and an apple pie before you take my stamps away. There's one more thing I have to say. E-B-T. Before you take the stamps away, E-B-T. Everybody on your way home from work, I just need you in the car. I just need you because it's gonna be traffic. You're gonna be upset when you try to go shopping. People are gonna be packed in your car in the traffic. On the way home, you could be sitting at your desk. The rest of I just want you at the desk doing an email. And somebody come by and they see you just rocking in your chair. I just want you at your desk, typing an email, going through your telephone encounters, and just humming to yourself. E-B-T. That's all I want. That's all I want. On your way home from work, I want your wife to look over at you and say, baby, what's that song? Baby, what you humming? What's that ditty? Oh, nothing, baby. Oh, nothing, baby. E-B-T. That's all I want. That's all I want. I just want you, while you using the bathroom and you brushing your teeth, I want it to come in your ear and you don't know where it comes from. E-B-T. Trump, don't take the stamps away. I want my E-B-T. Buy me Coke in a bottle, buy me Coke in a bottle. I drink Coke out the bottle, baby, because I got E-B-T. Hey, I'll see y'all Monday, 11 a.m., Monday through Friday. My name is Perfect. This is the Perfect Timing Podcast. Golden Heart, I see you having a good time. Shout out to you, Golden Heart. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Gold P, thank you for doing an excellent job moderating. Gold P is vegan. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Gold P. Gold P is vegan, a great brother, another OG I've learned a lot from. He's my big brother in this space. I would ask you to go subscribe to Gold P for all of the early birds. He does a daily podcast, Pacific Standard Time. I'm from Northern Caliphas, KBLX, Marcus Guredas, 102.9 KBLX, Marcus Guredas, Northern Caliphas. Huh? 102, that's what I heard every time driving home. When I was a youngster, I'd be out on a late night. I'd be in my old school and I listened to 102. And I would love when Marcus Guredas would come on. It'd be 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I probably shouldn't have been doing the things I was doing, but I'm in my old school. I'm coming home. And I would put on that 102.9. I might be coming from Double Rock because Double Rock be open late with them 5 sacks, man. I might get 4 for 25. I'm from Lakeview. I ain't even supposed to be in Double Rock, but my mama, my grandma, everybody live in the Bayview. So I might be 2 o'clock in the morning, man, coming back from Double Rock. You know what I'm saying? On my way back to Lakeview. You know what I'm saying? I put on that 102.9 KBL, and I hear that made me. I just knew it was a good night when I heard that Marcos Guredas. Hey, he had the best, smoothest voice for a radio. And the Bay Area is black and brown. So the Mexicans and Latinos are our brothers, man. It's black and brown in the Bay Area. So I would come home, man. I hear that this is Marcos Guredas on 102.9 KBLX, Northern Caliphas. Man, I just felt good, man. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm striking back to the house, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, sing for me. Put a message in the bottle, baby. Sing for me. Man, that's 102. So everybody go subscribe to Gold P. Tap in with Gold P, man. A good brother, good OG. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to be entertained. My brother's funny. So you're going to be entertained. And a lot of people watch YouTube at different times. I come on in the afternoon. Gold P come on early in the morning. In the mid-morning, we got the Roger Report. So we doing the triangle offense, man. We covering the whole board. You know what I'm saying? Gold P got us early in the morning. Roger got the mid-morning. I come with the afternoon. Man, 5.0, 5.0, 5.0, man. Yeah, man, full court press, man. Full court press from the Roger Report panel, man. Intelligent, distinguished brothers, man. We putting it down, man. From 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. on YouTube every day. You can't ask for nothing better. Did you hear what I said? Because a lot of people don't watch TV. They want programming notes. These are programming notes. I said the Roger Report Black Manosphere 5.0 is playing full court press 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time all the way to 2 p.m., brothers. All the way to 2 p.m. So no matter what you're doing in the morning, in the mid-morning, in the afternoon, you go from Gold P to the Roger Report to Perfect Timing Podcast. That's what you do. Subscribe right now to Gold P. Subscribe to the Roger Report. When Roger show up, I'm going to make sure he get a wrench, and then we're going to do the same thing for Roger. Make sure everybody go over there, subscribe, and donate and support. So, hey, I'm out. It's Friday, man. I got to go hang out with the wife, go do lunch. I got my nice little, y'all see my nice little Nautica. I got my nice little Nautica. I love this sweater. It's not just a Nautica sweater, but it's like the naval sweater. I grew up in the Bay Area, so a lot of the OGs would work on the shipyards. That was a good job. We came from the hood, and if you wanted a good job that paid the kind of money that illegal business pay, you could go work at the shipyard. So this is like the Navy. It's a Nautica sweater, but it's that Navy style. You know what I'm saying? It's that Navy. You know, it's the kind of sweater they wear on the boat when you in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a Nautica. So I love this sweater, man. Shout out to you, man. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. Go have some lunch, man, and celebrate and be blessed, man. I want you guys to be blessed also. And come back next week, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., in between 11 and 12. It's top of the mid-morning. It's top of the mid-morning from an OG perspective. So Monday through Friday, between 11 a.m., what you should do is subscribe and hit the notification bell. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that's how you're going to stay abreast of when I'm live. Shout out to my brother Gold P for the $5 super chat, man. Hit the like button, supporting brothers in the media. Keep winning. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, man. That's what we're going to do. That's all we're going to do. Keep winning, not give up, keep working hard, stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay repentful. You know, do your repentance. My grandmother, she used to always say, D, did you repent today? People will forget about repentance as we talk about entitlements and food stamp. You never hear this generation talk about repentance and what it means to repent. But I was taught, and it has great benefit. It's a self-reflecting. It's a self-check. So you do your daily affirmations, but you do your repentance to do a daily self-check that I am a flawed individual and I want to seek to correct my flaws on a daily basis and become better every day. So I implement repentance. But that's another discussion for another day. Good show. Perfect. I liked it. Thank you, Ross. Thank you so much, man. Who else has some good words at the end? Mac. Shout out to Mac Opulence. Thank you. Anthony's back again. Thank you, Anthony. I saw that, Anthony. I saw that. That's scary. Anthony said Trump's approval rating dropped by 4. You know why that's scary, Anthony? Because Chuck Schumer and the Democrats see this as a winning strategy. So for people who depend on entitlements, that is terrifying, Anthony, because I don't see this. Like I just said, we're at day 38. They're not voting today. They're not voting on the weekend. Monday will be day 41. My chat predicted 41-day shutdown. I don't know where we go after Monday, Anthony. I don't know where we go. As an American citizen, I'm done with partisanship because I want the government back open because I want a government. I want an America. I want soldiers paid. So I'm done with the partisan hostage. I'm with Trump. Do the nuclear option. Do the filibuster because we deserve to have a country. We deserve to have a country. But the problem is what Anthony just said. Trump approval rating dropped 4 points. So the Democrats think they're winning. So the Democrats are going to keep the government closed. That is terrifying. Anthony, you understand what I'm saying? Serena saw the saddest thing, a woman in a wheelchair at a food bank. Family worked for her whole life and got laid off by self-centered. Right. You're out of here, Serena. That's that TikTok shit. It's the TikTok shit where they be making up shit. And it's like story time. This ain't TikTok, bitch. This is YouTube. Story time. I saw an old lady in a wheelchair. There's a whole elaborate lie. It could just be an old lady. The bitch gotta be in a wheelchair. Then the bitch, how you know the bitch worked on? Story time. I saw an old lady at a food bank. Wait a minute. She was in a wheelchair. Wait a minute. She worked her whole life. Wait a minute. Bitch, how do you know that? From a bitch you just saw driving by in a wheelchair, bitch. You knew all of that, bitch, from driving by. EBT. Goddamn, man. Okay, emotion. Bruh, I don't even qualify for EBT and haven't qualified since 1998. Yeah, man. So I work in healthcare. I work with a lot of women. So people a lot of times beat up on women, right? And I worked in healthcare with nurses and surgeons. You know who runs the hospital? A woman. So I worked with a lot of, my whole tenure, I worked with powerful, intelligent women. But the nurse female is different than any other woman, because when a cold blue is called, they go into action like men. They are productive. Results matter. And I see, and I working in the hospital, if a woman comes in on that female shit, she's fired. Other nurses will not work with a woman who tries to lean on being a female. Like, I was tired. None of that shit goes for an RN or for a surgeon or for anesthesiologist. They don't play the little girl games in the hospital. They just don't. So a lot of people beat up on women. But in my experience, in my life, all of the women that I've ever known professionally never could qualify for food stamps. I met a lot of women who pay child support and alimony. A lot of nurses, radiologists, and surgeons who are women. Great chief. My chief of orthopedics, who I trained, they got divorced and they had to pay alimony because they made the majority of the money. If you work in healthcare or if you work in law enforcement, you may be familiar with this, but a lot of people at a lower level of the pay scale, you think you want to blame women or women on welfare. But if you work in healthcare, if you work in law enforcement, you're going to find a lot more women make more than their counterparts. Yeah, a lot of men, and then that's a lot of police officers marry nurses, nurses marry police officers, and it's uneven. The nurse makes more money. The nurse makes more money. 312s. They got to work 312s, mandatory overtime. They banking. Travel nurses is banking. A lot of my nurse colleagues pay child support, pay alimony, pay out the wazoo, and they can never get any entitlements. Women, single mothers, and people think you don't know the truth about America. So thank you for sharing that comment that you could not qualify for EBT. Never qualified for no government assistance. Looks like Trump finally agreed to pay those SNAP benefits that you keep laughing about. Another Trump loss. No, Trump didn't agree. He was forced, and the federal judge, we talked about that early, Anthony, a federal judge. This is the second time. So there were two judgments. Two federal judges over the weekend ruled that they had to tap the funds, and a federal judge today said you have to pay the full amount. Veronica Dabbit in the EBT. What's up, Veronica? Shout out to everybody, man. I'll see y'all next week.